I invite you to take your little container of dirt and to go ahead and open it up and to pour the dirt into the palm of your hand. If you were with us on Ash Wednesday, we did the same thing back on Ash Wednesday. We used dirt this year instead of ashes and had a discussion of, what would it feel like to draw a cross of dirt on our forehead rather than a cross of ash. And back all those many weeks ago, someone said that the dirt reminded them of the story of creation. God collecting some dirt and breathing the breath of life in it for the creation of humanity. Another person said it reminded them of possibility and of growth. Feels very different than ash. Ash feels like lament. Ash feels like sorrow and suffering. All these weeks have passed and we have read and we have prayed, and so tonight, what comes to mind as you hold this dirt in your hand? What comes to mind for you? It's okay to say it out loud. Spring. We are in spring, and there's something about bulbs popping up through the ground. There's something about flowers and chicks and yes. So the growth is now starting to bear a harvest. Thanks so much, Trent. Anybody else? Beauty comes from the dirt. Great. New beginnings, I heard. What else?
This is not just dirt, it's humus, which makes it rich and full of future feeding and growth and life.
Yeah, this is not just dirt, it is humus. It is the best thing to grow things in. As I was thinking about, knowing we would have a palm full of dirt this evening and hoping no one would confuse their grape juice for their dirt. That would have been a really bad April's Fool's. Really, really bad. And not intended. I was thinking about the dirt that's a part of the story that we read on Holy Thursday, that we read on Maundy Thursday. The story begins with Jesus washing the disciples' feet, and they would have been dirty. They would have been really dirty. And for the teacher, for the rabbi, for the Messiah, to do one of the lowest jobs in the household as a symbol and a sign of, I am the servant of servants. I am humble before you. And if I do this, you ought to do it for one another. This is how much I love you. And this is how far you should go in showing your love to others. Then after the meal, they head for Gethsemane. We often say the Garden of Gethsemane, but it was probably an olive grove. There is a beautiful ancient olive grove on the side of the Mount of Olives. They would have traveled from somewhere in Jerusalem down through the Kidron Valley up the Mount of Olives to this place where they probably spent the night several times. was a good place to spend the night, under the olive trees. A place where Jesus prayed, probably not one of those beautiful posed, composed prayers, but face in the dirt, anguish, wrestling, asking, can this cup pass from me? Such stress that he's sweating blood. And his hands would have been dirty from being in the dirt. And then we have the dirty hands of those who have come to arrest him. We have Judas's hands dirty from the 30 pieces of silver that he received to betray Jesus. We have the leaders of the Jewish folk and the leaders of the temple coming, willing to get in cahoots with Pilate and the Romans in order to take care of this problem once and for all. When I think about this dirt that's in my hand, how many times have I betrayed? How many times have I collaborated with the oppressor? How many times have I been on my knees in anguish, hands in the dirt, asking God, is there another way? There's so many things that this dirt can reveal to us. And so I hope that you will allow the Spirit to speak to you this Holy Thursday in what God desires to say to you in the dirt.